Welcome to Road to Glory podcast powered by MultiChoice DSTV, aka Canal Plus. Today, we're excited because the Black Stars of Ghana have made all of us proud. And the way they did it is how I like it. That's how we like violence to be served in this town. My name is Victor Achutamakla. I'm here with Sydney. Dana Cranton is joining us because the assignment we give him will be like, finish. So if we stay the course, then deliver victory against Croatia, then we go vibe. Today, we'll go look at the Black Stars' performance against England. This was the first competitive game between Ghana and its former colonizers at the FIFA World Cup. And it ended in the way Ghanaians would have liked it. It was a gutsy, spirited performance from the Black Stars of Ghana. I don't know what you think of it. Today, we're going to encourage more of you to join the conversation and leave your comments in the comment section. Tell us which of the players impressed you. Benjamin Asare, Marvin Sanaya, Thomas Partey, who made a return to action for the Black Stars of Ghana, and even Jordan Ayew. He started contrary to what a lot of you expected, contrary to what we expected on this podcast. So I'd like to know your ratings of all of those players and what you expect of the game against Croatia, who now are on 3 points after beating Panama by a goal to 0. Enough said. Sydney, welcome.
Thank you, bro. And I'm very excited to be here.
Charlie, decked in Black Stars colors.
The flag envelope me, Do I feel safe under the flag?
Charlie.
So Asare hold the ball like that. Charlie, do me something.
Charlie. See, Asare.
See, that guy.
I don't know if you guys have seen the picture of Gaspar and Asare. Look, old men, they are very conservative. For him to have converted the guy to be making the
SM.
Hey, Charlie.
That be the influence.
Yeah,
see,
the man believe us.
Charlie, and no Ghana, so far as you could try, you could do, or we all go do your back.
Exactly.
I mean, Asare, so many naysayers, so many detractors against him. But if you come the field up, you prove your worth. I mean, we go embrace you, we go collect you, and you can see everybody they jubilate for Asare.
We start from there. Because me, that's they worry me.
They worry you,
Because the way boys moved to Benjamin Asare.
Charlie.
Well, you see, a lot of us supported him. A lot of Ghanaians genuinely supported him.
Yeah.
But there is another group of cynics who, Charlie, even if Black Stars, they train with the GFA accounts, then post Asare in videos for Twitter, then
Intent problem.
Then they tease them.
Oh.
Hurricane go score in the Champions League, then people will come tweet, say, hey, imagine Hurricane versus Asare. I say, hey, Charlie, but you people,
Go relax.
the guy don't make mistakes. They say he won't survive against England. Asare has survived England.
Perfectly.
Clean sheets against Hurricane.
Perfect one.
Clean sheet against England.
Perfect one.
Charlie,
Perfect one.
tell them something.
See, Asare, so as you said it all, I mean, coming into the tournament, so many words were said about him, he not be good enough. And in a way, I appreciate my point because he's playing locally. And of course, we know that the quality of our league over the past couple of years, I mean, it's not to be compared to previously. So, and this is the first time he was going to be a number one keeper as well.
Yeah.
So, you see, coming from that angle, there'll be a bit of detractors. But I was telling those people that put that one aside and look at his performances. You don't judge somebody by what you think his performance will be. Yeah. You judge him by what he has shown you in the past. And since Asare came into the post for the Black Stars, since he became a number one goalkeeper, he hasn't put a foot wrong. He hasn't committed any error. People are saying he's not good with his feet. He hasn't committed any errors with his feet. And in fact, some of the games we've seen previously, very, very nifty. He's been able to, cut and retain the ball. Something we see other keepers doing, and he has done it a number of times. That you can see that level of confidence in him. And when it comes to the core work of a goalkeeper, commanding your defense, coming out to claim balls, pulling up impressive shot-stopping ability. He has done it all. Whenever they threaten his goalpost, he's there as the last man of defense to point the ball away. He comes out for cross. You saw it yesterday. England, they peppered our box a lot of corners. Asare came out 1 or 2 times. He pointed the ball out. I mean, he showed a command of his defense. And you can't ask for much more than that. Whoever, the other names that are being bandied about, who should play in Asare's place, have they shown you any Manuel Neuer kind of superstardom that would merit this kind of detraction, the detractors? No. These guys, we have seen them before. The popular one, people keep on saying Atisigi. We saw Atisigi in the last World Cup.
Ziggy man.
We saw Ziggy man in the last World Cup.
Ziggy man nearly give me a heart attack. See, that man, Ghana then South Korea.
Charlie.
At this stadium. we score 2 quick goals. I
Yeah.
can say, Charlie, yeah.
Make secured.
Like I see, crosses they fly all over. We at least get to crosses where you go fit grab them, then you tip them over the back corner. Then pressure they want to top.
You don't want to
Charlie man too they die.
Hey, you want to do display. You want the thing solemn. You don't want problem.
Charlie.
Do your work quietly, like Onana like this. Do your work quietly and go. Nobody go talk. But if there's too much flamboyance about where you go about your work, the goalkeeping in particular, you need some stability, you need some calm because you reassure the whole defense around you. And when you have somebody who is very level-headed, very calm, so all the goalkeepers who we see say that they try, you don't see any of them being very, very flashy or flamboyant because you need to give your defense that sort of peace and security. And Asari does that perfectly. I mean, you don't see him doing needless things he shouldn't do. He sticks to his core work. And we saw it yesterday. Excellent performance by all standards. We saw it even in the Panama game. Excellent performance by all standards. And I'm sure we'll definitely see it in the Croatia game. He's going to continue this trend. And come on, believe you me, Asari, I'll be surprised if at the end of this World Cup, we don't hear some good news coming from abroad because the guy has all it takes to put in a very good performance in an European club, even a top European club, at least a mid-sized European club, he can do the job. And just on the topic of the goalkeepers, apart from Asari too, a trend in this World Cup, we are seeing very impressive goalkeepers coming from some of the lesser teams. Yeah. We saw Vuzinha doing for Cape Verde. We saw, even yesterday,
the last time he...
Charlie, the yoga game. Now they know it's
plenty. Did the stance inside.
He make emotional. So we will take that shot. But the first day, coming against Spain, European champions. I mean, we saw what he did. He scored there. We've seen the Iranian keeper. I watched Iran versus Belgium. Yeah. Excellent shot stopping ability. He came up trump for them. Just this done, we saw Congo and what's the name? Colombia. They lost 1-0, but a very excellent performance once again by Impasi. Saving from the first minute to the last, he was there. And the goal that beat him was even a deflected shot. So you can see a trend going on. I was thinking to myself that all these keepers who are putting in such great performances, they are also not names that are very celebrated, that are well known. But when their country needs them, they are coming to the fore and they are showing why they were selected. They are showing why they are donning the national colors to represent their country. And Asari did an excellent job yesterday. Social media is rife with the memes, the posts, the dancing, everything. Everybody film, from the pastors to the slave queens to the football boys. Everybody they film. Oh, see, I see some slave queen pan. I'm not going to talk in name, but I see some slave queen pan which she edits in picture. Then she posts the Asari day in back. That I'm feeling secure. I say yes, that's the Benjamin Asari for you. He's doing the job.
These days, if you say slave queen, you will get problems.
I get problem.
You call them baby girls.
Baby girls, okay, baby girls. The Barbies.
The baby girls.
The baby girls, okay. So what's going on?
Charlie, I guess someone for the Asari detractors.
Yeah.
You see, the Bible says in 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 27, it says, God chooses what the world considers to be foolish to humiliate, embarrass the wise.
The so-called wisdom.
Yes. When Benjamin Asari got his debut call-up in the Black Stars, all sorts of tobe.
Oh, Charlie.
And now he's this now. He doesn't distribute well now. His shot stopping is this now. He doesn't claim crosses. Some even said he is a quota player. If you have put him there just to satisfy some local content. I say, hey, you people.
Charlie.
And it's not like your goalkeepers, it is Olele and Sami Aje where you get. Your keeper, Shan. You see, me, that be my main problem. The fact say the options we had no good. In fact, well, not be me they talk.
Yeah.
If you check the Black Stars coaches go back to 2019, the last 7 years, the Black Stars coaches we have had have always moved the packs around because they have not been convinced by one single goal.
Yeah.
In that time, Manaf Nuruddin who at that time he was at UPIN, had opportunities. Jojo Wallacott had opportunities. Richard Ofori had.
Make no even talk that name. We go give him PTSD. Make no even mention that name. Cry for you.
That guy had opportunities. Ziggy Man had opportunities before Joseph Annan. Now we have seen Paul Riverson, young guy, the FA says they invited him with an eye
to the future.
No lie. But basically, a lot of players were tested. And you see, this wasn't just one coach for you to say, oh,
Yeah.
this coach, he likes this particular. Different coaches of different learners, different philosophies. All of them, they know they like the options. Kwesi Appiah, CK Akuno, Otuado, Chris Hughton, and Otuado 2.0.
Again.
The second coming of Otuado. All of them, they didn't like the coaching options. So they will, in fact, Atizigi has been the constant through all of these options. And yet, he had not been able to make the number one position his own.
Yeah.
The World Cup, he only started because Wallacourt had his had broken
their wrist or
his
their,
wrists.
yeah.
Then the AFCON, Richard Ofori comes to surpass him as number one. So this be the guy where you people, and you see, I am not Atizigi.
Yeah.
I'm not against him. I love him the way I love Asari. I love every player in the Black Stars. But there was a certain attitude people showed towards Benjamin Asari, and it was completely dismissed. Harry Kane will score goal, and people say, oh, can Benjamin Asari survive this? And now,
It may be bad. To the extent say Asari they do in training. I mean,
people go take the videos, the video where Asari they train for the swimming pool inside.
What be the problem with that video? You make do with the resources you have.
Then they laugh Asari. I say, but the guy being paid the train or what?
I shock. And if you look at what he's doing, is he doing something alien? Is he doing something
God being so good? For all that they said and all the things they laughed at him, wherever Asari goes, clean sheets follow it.
Clean sheet Asari.
Benjamin clean sheets Asari. Wherever he goes, clean sheets follow.
Yeah.
Hasselfolk.
Yeah.
In fact, Black Stars, when AFCON qualifies, we were shipping in goals.
Yeah.
We could not keep a single clean sheet in any of the games we played. And then we failed to qualify.
Yeah.
Then Asari comes in, 5 out of 6 clean sheets. I say, this guy, there may be something there. So those of you where they talk plenty, maybe you need to retreat and then look at him again.
Yeah.
But, people still, they talk, Harry Kane, high quality. The hypocrisy of that high quality
Shots.
Opponent arguments was that Jordan Ayew produced all-time numbers when he did 14 goal contributions in the qualifiers.
Yeah.
Nobody is able to discredit him by saying that, the opponents were poor.
Low quality opponents.
So when he faces better opponents, nobody says that to Jordan Ayew. But when it comes to Asari, people then suddenly say, the same opponents that we celebrate Jordan Ayew for excelling against, if we catch Asari in 10, then boys, all of a sudden, we shift the goalpost, say, the opponents then shine. I say,
It be bad. Well, actually, I get some theory. Apart from the fact, say, he's a local guy, I think, say, because you know fresh, that one today inside. No, honestly.
But Asari fresh,
is sure.
Charlie, Asari fresh, See, you make we post the picture of Asari in the mix zone. Make viewers judge. Charlie,
fresh boy.
The steez and composure. Asari.
Glasses.
After the England game, you see the glasses. You see the glasses. See, Asari, it be fresh guy.
He's for there. He's for there.
With the locks.
Charlie,
do the SM science. See,
Asari is for there.
All of those things were said about Asari. But he's the man God has chosen. He's now become the only goalkeeper in Ghana's history to achieve consecutive clean sheets at the World Cup. The first match, Italy puts for we. Where we get clean sheets against USA.
Czech Republic.
Sorry, Czech Republic. Where USA score we. We win that game 2-1, but we concede. Brazil give to win 3-1. Olele come back 2010. He had one clean sheet in the group stage, not consecutive clean sheets. Then knockout runs, we concede against USA, we concede against Uruguay. 2014, Kwarase and Fatah Odauda, no clean sheets.
Combined for nothing.
First game, USA. Then 2-2 versus Germany. Then the last game, Portugal. We come out. 2022, Ziggyman, we concede for all 3 games. This is the first time in Ghana's history that a goalkeeper has kept consecutive clean sheets in 2 games. And look at the quality of opposition.
I mean,
England. This is as big as it gets. This is as big as it gets. So, I'm very happy for Benjamin Asari. And as I said, his story reminds me of 1 Corinthians 1:27. God chose what the world considers to be foolish, to embarrass the so-called wise men, the so-called tacticals of this world. The tacticals will say, Asari in distribution be this,
Charlie, it be that. But Actually, one another thing. So they say when Asare is playing, they concede. It be defensive performance. So they are saying that
Yesterday, all the noise now Asari was making, all the shouting, that's the essence of it.
exactly.
It is to keep the defenders on their toes
Yeah.
and organize that back line. You see, the hallmark of a good goalkeeper is not just about shot stopping.
No.
It's being able to keep your defenders in the right position to respond to danger.
Yeah.
Because you have a 360 view of everything happening around them.
Yeah.
They see 180. They don't see the 180 behind them.
Yeah.
Especially if there is a late man run coming,
Yeah.
if there is a decoy run. Those things, defenders don't see it.
They're not going to see.
It's the goalkeeper who sees it and say, yo, pick out this guy. So the video where Asare was shouting at Ajete, he was saying, Oba Wichi.
Yeah.
That is why they do that.
Yeah.
But look, Asare is not the only success story from this. And for this next leg of the conversation, we need to cross over to Rhode Island, Providence, where the Black Stars are based, and speak to Daniel Cranton, the Oracle. You see, last week I told you that Cranton needed to go and deliver a message to Jordan and you. Charlie, after the performance Jordan gave us, do you think the message was delivered or not?
It was delivered in part.
Thank you. You, the viewers, I'm sure you can testify that this performance from Jordan was better than the one against Panama.
Absolutely.
And this one, we have to take the credits for it because we send Dadike, we Dadike go do the job. You see, but Chami he doesn't just say, Nana Wasumwa, he explains it into detail.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. But Danike, welcome. How's the US treating you? And let's talk about the game. The Black Stars of Ghana, they were able to hold England to a 1-1 draw in a performance that a lot of us have been impressed by and have been proud. But talk to us. You saw it firsthand. You saw the way the players were behaving, were communicating on the pitch. Just how impressive was this performance against England?
Look, it was very impressive. It was super, super impressive. It's one thing to put together a game plan. It's another thing to execute it. And credit to the coach and credit to the players for getting the job done. Look, this sort of strategy or tactic requires a crazy level of concentration, especially when you're facing a team like England, a team that has world-class players distributed all over the pitch. So one slight mistake, if you switch off for one moment, they are going to punish you. But the Black Stars were on point throughout the game. And I like the way Carlos Queiroz managed the game in moments. So he spoke about the fact that in the first half, the main goal was to contain and frustrate England. It wasn't necessarily about always catching them on a counter or looking forward. It was about frustrating them, because the more you frustrate them, the more desperate they get, the more openings that will be created for you. So then you saw that in the second half, like midway through the second half, when England started getting a bit more desperate, their line started going a bit further and further up the pitch. Then he brought on Fasa Isaaku and then Prince Idu Kwabna. And then we got some two good openings there. The first one, all of us in the stadium thought that Pickford should have been sent off. And the second one, we also thought that it was a clear penalty for Ghana. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but after Prince Idu Kwabna fell from the challenge of Konza, he still got a shot at goal. And the ball was blocked by Semenyo, who made a run like across. So if Semenyo wasn't there, like it's a goal. But yeah, it happens. But look, 4 points from 2 games, no goals conceded. It's massive credit to the head coach, because it's a very limited time that he's had with the team, and yet still he's been able to instill his philosophy so quickly. I spoke to a couple of the players before and after the game. Before the game, they were talking about the fact that they spent such a long time on defensive organization, and they spent just a half a training session on what they will do when they have the ball and going forward. So the main thing was defending, being very strong, not allowing England any space, and then if spaces came in, then you have the players who have the skill to exploit those spaces. So a super performance from the Black Stars. And but you talk later.
Nice one. Now, Danny, we need to, before I come back into the studio, to ask Sydney's view on Kwesi Sibo. When we're rating players, Ghanaians tend to have this habit of projecting their idea of what the player has to be on the player. So if he's not doing the things they like, they say, this guy, Onya, they were signed, that kind of thing. Just talk to me about the importance of what someone like Kwesi Sibo did for this team in this game. Because the chunk of his work was literally off the ball, chasing around, blocking passes, blocking channels, and all of that. Talk to me about the significance of a performer like him, but also Gideon Mensah.
Sibo. What a baller. You see, before the competition, I said I'll take him to the World Cup. Because, look, the point is, people are too known. People be too known too much. You watch a player for 3 minutes, he turns, he makes a 40 pass. Oh, wasa. Maza, wasa saying. You know what it takes to play in the Spanish La Liga as a midfielder? Do you know the skill set you need to be able to play in the Spanish La Liga as a midfielder? So if a player is there, it should tell you that the person has something that befits the league that he's in. Sibo the Destroyer, it's a joke. Maza, the point is, he's a Super Bowl winner. Super Bowl winner, that's his job. He wins the ball very well. His job is not to be giving 40-yard diagonal passes and dribbling through midfield. That's not his job. Every midfielder has, or every player has what they are good at. They have strength, they have weaknesses. And Sibo in this game showed that when it comes to destroying and winning the ball, what a baller. Sibo. So he will go to more competitions and he will play. He will play. That's why he's playing. Because when you have Partey and you put Sibo by him, you are protecting the party. Oh, Charlie. You are protecting the party. Look, it was wonderful performance from him. And for me, it's the synergy and the understanding, not just between Sibo and Partey and Yirenchi also. Partey was just sitting there coaching them. Hey, I'm caught, brah, Jinaho. Hey, whoa, hey, Charlie. Look, football the B. When you find the right system and you put the right players inside that system, it will just bring out the best out of all the players. And that's what we are seeing. So I'm very happy for Sibo. And also Gideon Mensah too. Because 1v1, I think he's okay. But coming up against Madueke and then later Saka, it was always going to be a very difficult job. But I think, and it's not just Gideon Mensah, but Senaya also. For me, it's the intelligence. They used about the first 5-10 minutes to read their opposition. So Senaya on Gordon, Gideon Mensah on Madueke, read them really well, and after 10 minutes, and then adjusted their game, and from then, they locked it with their padlock, and they threw the key. The key is still in my pocket. He handed the key to me, and I put it in my pocket. He locked them straight inside the pocket. So solid performance. It's such a difficult performance to pick out like who was a standout player because everybody did so well. Everybody did so well, and that's what the World Cup is about. That's what a team is about. You go out, you do your part, and then if your teammate also does his part, chances are you're going to get the result. So solid team performance from Black Stars. I'm happy, rough.
Fantastic. Well, stay on the line for us, Danny. We'll come back to you to talk about what has to change or what we can improve on if there is room for improvement for the game against Panama. But Sydney, Sibo, Ghanaians always want every midfielder to have some catch, some display about them. Even though if you dribble them, we see now this guy is shy.
It'll be good.
Meanwhile, not every midfielder for dribble.
No.
This is about the first time that I've seen Ghanaians applaud a defensive midfielder for doing his job.
Yeah.
And Kwesi Sibo earned it.
Yeah. He earned it, absolutely earned it. And he did it in conjunction with his midfield partners. But, I mean, he has to...
Did you hear Blue? Charlie. He did it in conjunction
Yes,
with
it's midfield partners.
Nah, he did for.
But you see, Sibo's role in particular be very, very impressive because he had to do, as you are saying, basically 90% of the job was off the ball.
Yeah.
And coming up against, I mean, in the last episode we spoke at length at the Arsenal that England was bringing to the table. Their impressive midfielders coming from Real Madrid, I mean, coming from the best teams in the world. And Sibo had to do a yeoman's job. I mean, you called it right. The last episode, you did indeed say that you wanted to see, if not Sibo or either Sibo or Elisha Owusu, but you wanted to see a third person in the midfield. And I mean, that came trumps when we played yesterday because Sibo's tackling, I mean, he was hounding them. I recall one instance, I think it was around the 80th minute thereabouts, and Bellingham had the ball and I think it was Rogers who had the ball and was running towards the corner. Sibo was on him. Like, he was on him. And he was just, and you see, at the end of that play, there was a little mistake. I won't say a mistake, but because he was, persistent on him, the ball deflected off Sibo and went for a corner. And you could see how annoyed he was that he made that ball go for a corner. Why I think he felt like he should have taken the ball out and cleared it. So that just shows his mindset coming into the game. Excellent defensive performance. And we need this kind of performance from, especially in games where you're playing against a team you know are going to dominate the possession. Because a majority of the danger is not coming from what you see, what is directly in front of you. Yeah. The runs at your side, exactly. The runs, the lateral runs, the runs coming, even somebody coming from behind you. You have to be on your game. You have to have that kind of vision. You best mention 360 vision by the goalkeeper. As a midfielder as well, you need to have a quasi 360 vision. So, of course, you can't see everything at a goal, but in between time, I mean, when there's a short elapse in play, you need to scan around, see where all the relevant people are, see where your teammates are, see where the position is, and so that when the ball comes, you know how you are going to do your tackling, you know where you are going to focus on, and you know where the danger is going to come from. And Sibo did that excellently. He was covering the space between the center backs and the left back. That was excellent. He kept on focusing over there. Eventually doing the other side. And he also going to the other side as well to do that. And we're basically leaving, I think we'll come into it later, but we're basically leaving Harry Kane for a party to handle. But Sibo did an excellent job. And especially where he was operating. Because that's where Bellingham likes to go there. On that flank, that's where the most dangerous winger for England, that's Madueke, was operating over there. Their most dangerous crosser, Reece James, was operating over there. So he had a lot of work on his hands to make sure that he doesn't lose the runners, he doesn't lose the people he's supposed to mark, he doesn't lose track, or he doesn't even lose the midfield battle, because winning that battle alone is something else. The very physical midfielders England have, Bellingham physical, what's his name? Declan Rice physical, Anderson physical. So he needed somebody with that physicality to also come in tram there and also match them boot for boot. And Sibo did an excellent job. I mean, kudos to him.
But so we've spoken about Sibo, we've spoken about Asari. Overall, it's difficult picking a man of the match or even the top performers because everyone was a top performer.
Yeah.
Just give me the ones that you think they need to be singled out for praise.
There was a young man in our defense who I hear say Barca buy some kind of winger. They buy him like 80 million. Who said I hear for somewhere where they say they can't face Ghana. Mm-hmm. Say they bring that Barca vibe, come the Black Stars. But there was this young man starting in a right back position, born to a Togolese father, born to a Ghanaian mother, almost slipped through the cracks in the Black Stars scouting network, almost went to Togo. But happily for us, he was pushed by the hierarchy of the Black Stars. He featured in the right back spot and an excellent performance. Marvin Senaya, I have to give him his flowers. Beautiful performance. He didn't put a foot wrong. The one-on-one tackling. He didn't give Gordon's dry gin, say Anthony Gordon. He didn't give him a moment of peace. He was on him.
Actually, but you grow. because the Gordon's dry gin. The times with the year of him.
The adverts those times.
That'd be hard.
Excellent performance by Senaya. I mean, I loved it. And you see, sometimes when we pick certain players, you don't put them in a structure that kind of shows the work that they do
true
properly, their
qualities.
true qualities, exactly. And yesterday, the way we set up, I mean, it played to the strengths of Senaya, also to Gideon Mensah, also to our centre back pairing, and to the triangle in midfield. I mean, Queiroz got his spot on. I can't praise him enough. I mean, the tactical acumen he brought into the game, perfect. And I have to single out Senaya. We have mentioned Asare. We have mentioned Sibo. Party coming.
The controller.
See, I don't know who the control ball passer for this whole African football inside. The guy is just too good. And we did mention that seeing him in the La Liga this past season, you can see that a bit of legs were lost. But if you ask me, a part of that has to do with how expansive Villarreal play. Yeah. Because Villarreal play a very expansive style of football. I mean, they keep on attacking with that. Their coach Marcelino, he's always wanting to get the next goal. And it did well for them this season. They qualified for the Champions League. But you contrast that with the way Black Stars played, and you see how Partey likes to express himself in the midfield, which is similar to what he was showing us at Arsenal, similar to what he was showing us at Atletico Madrid, which got him that big move to Arsenal in the first place. He's not a player or a midfielder who likes so much space around him. He puts him with some capable partners who can close the gaps, who can make sure that when he has, because his best work is with the ball at his feet. So you need people who have that engine, who can also cover ground and all that, and get the ball to his feet where he does his best work. And yesterday, apart from doing his best work with controlling the ball for us, we saw him also come to trumps when it came to following Harry Kane, because that was a major problem we had all spotted about Harry Kane dropping deep and all that. And you could see whenever Harry Kane came in, that experience, that tactical awareness of Partey came in there. You could see him you can call it shadow boxing. He was following him around.
Shadow marking,
exactly. Following him around, making sure that the Kane we know and the threat he could bring to the fore were all, minimized, and an excellent job by Partey over there. So those are the guys I would highlight. Yirinchi also did a very good job. In fact, actually I said you can highlight everybody, but for me, Senaya, Asare, Partey, Sibo, excellent performances from the four of them.
Look, you're still watching the Road to Glory, powered by MultiChoice, DSTV, aka Canal Plus. And we're all excited because, look, it is not just a draw. It's the manner of that performance, the manner of the results, because I can remember that. When was the last time you saw a solid Black Stars performance?
I know the guy. I don't even remember.
Charlie, it's been
eons, ages.
Yeah, I check. So when a team puts up a performance like that, you need to show your appreciation of it. And that's why I think all of us have been enamored by that performance. I think the coach deserves a lot of credit.
Yeah.
That performance was perfection.
Yeah.
It's the sort of performance that clearly shows you that a lot of work went into it.
Yeah.
So in terms of detailing, specific job description, this is your position. These are the areas you are supposed to mark. These are your zones. Beyond this distance, you cannot move. So you stay here. This is your duty to, especially in terms of communicating it and how other players around you are affected. You are our leaders. As soon as I was on Joy Prime earlier today, I was on with Daniel Kranti, who's with us, by the way. And Daniel, you made a brilliant point about how there were three leaders on the pitch. Benjamin Asare, Thomas Partey, and Jordan Ayew. And they were literally coaching the rest of the team. If someone strayed away from their position, Asare would scream at them. If it happened anywhere around the middle of the park or central defense, Partey would scream. And they kept doing that just so everyone was doing their job. And that just goes to show you that beyond you, who the coach has told you that this is your job, the leaders in the team also understand what you are supposed to do. So if the NC say Charlie they slack, then for shouts, because you see, it be big game. The tendency for people to get too excited and follow their opponents is high. The tendency to see that, okay, we have won the ball, they are passing it around. Let me try and see if I can move further up the pitch, make them find me, or make a move closer and challenge me to I won't play the ball. So it is normal human tendency. Well, we all play ball before.
Yeah.
Those things, players also feel it.
Yeah.
But the fact that they were able to execute this the way they did, look, the coach deserves a lot of credits for it.
Absolutely.
The center backs, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the shift they put in.
If they did a very good job.
Jerome Opoku.
He's making a name for himself.
Charlie,
Honestly.
see, Salisu Mohammed, wherever you do, if you come back, you get problem.
Oh, in Njiku.
When you come back, because
in Njiku.
I have never seen Salisu put up a better performance than what Jerome Opoku
Never.
did
Never.
against England.
A defensive performance. Never.
He was excellent. And you see, to have done this is only his second competitive game with with Ajeti.
Ajeti, yeah.
This is only the second time they play plus Sergeant Ajeti. But even Sergeant, it be like them go police school, police academy all way, Charlie. If them, then they share cubicle way, then they go dining and things. Because the communication, Charlie,
excellent.
if the boy the guy say, hey, Sergeant, follow him. If you see say Hurricane, they won't do some skirmishes, no, Charlie. Sergeant, Ajeti go shout, say, Charlie, Corporal, this one.
Yeah.
They your domain, so if for look sharp.
For look sharp.
It was brilliant. I love the performance they put in. The only thing I'm going to say about that performance and their future is that in the subsequent games, so for example, in AFCON qualifiers, World Cup qualifiers, at the AFCON, because AFCON qualifiers is immediately after September, we are going to come up against teams that will concede possession to us. And so our centre backs would have to defend big spaces. That is another test that they would have to pass. And I think that is where Kojo Oppong-Prepra will have an opportunity
to come in.
Maybe someone like Ajeti may eventually make way for him. But look, Sergeant Ajeti, Corporal
Opoku.
You spoiled there.
They spoiled there.
You overspoiled there. They have earned the right to be Ghana starting backs even after this World Cup.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. And
you see, this performance will buy them a bit of grace.
Yeah.
Is it the same way me? I go inside give Ajeti as he do the Yawa against Germany and Austria.
Yeah.
It's the same way. Now that they are doing well, we will extend a bit of grace for them.
Yeah.
And we will be more accommodating if, God forbid, there is a mistake in the next game or in the future. Because that is how it works. If we have to be critical of you for the mistakes you make, the good that you do will also buy you some time.
Absolutely.
So look, props to them, props to the midfielders, like you've said.
Yeah.
And all of that. But
before I go, I get one worry about, the way we structured up.
Okay.
I like, as you are saying, I like the output Ajete and Opoku puts inside. But it was in a particular kind of structure, defensive structure.
Yeah.
They've already touched on how the midfield three kept on plugging those gaps between the centre back and the fullbacks. And it was particularly important because that prevents the centre back from straying too far from where you're supposed to be.
So they didn't have to defend big spaces.
Exactly. And you could see that was their forte. The close space, they could control their zones where they have to go, and they're able to put in their best there. Now, when we have to play a little bit more expansive,
step up the pitch.
That is my worry now, because I like the fact that, in fact, I was listening to Jerome Opoku after the game when he was in the mixed zone, and he was kind of hailing his partnership or his friendship with Ajete. He said off the pitch, that's his best friend. He calls him his little brother and all of that. But that defensive understanding, even that friendship, because all the best defensive partnerships, you have to develop some sort of friendship of the field. So I like the fact that they have that understanding, which would bear in consideration, yes. But now stepping upfield, going forward, that's where my problem is now, because
we'll come to that problem and the problem of Croatia, who the Black Stars are going to play next. And that's the next leg of the conversation. Dana Kranti, Charlie, Saturday, 9 p.m., they go to war against the old wadis of Croatia. They'll be old men. Luka Modric and his people. After a performance like we saw on Tuesday night, it's difficult to ask for more or to even ask for improvement, but we have to, especially in an attacking sense against Croatia. What do you think has to be added to this team in terms of how we approach that game against Croatia?
Aju, we don't need anything in an attacking sense. We don't need anything in an attacking sense. We don't need anything in an attacking sense. That England game, based on chances, if the referee was fair, who were supposed to win that game? We don't need anything in an attacking sense. Defend well. And in fact, we need to calculate too. Because if we finish second, the second team in the team that finishes second in the Portugal group, which as it stands is Portugal. So if Portugal don't beat Colombia in their last group game, and we don't lose against Croatia, we are going to face Portugal. And it's not that you're just going to face Portugal. We're going to face Portugal in Canada. It means Partey won't play. So we need to be smart about it. Portugal will play before us. So if they play, depending on what happens, I feel like if Portugal beats Colombia and Colombia drops to second, that one too, we can force and avoid defeat. Because I feel like playing Colombia without Partey will be better than playing Portugal without Partey. But if Portugal don't win, it means they'll finish second, Colombia will be first. We should lose. If we lose against Croatia, we'll drop to third, and then we'll face Colombia in round of 32 in America. That one Partey will play. So, because it's not just about going to this game to go and win. We want to go far in this competition. So we need to be tactical about our movements. So think about it.
All right, nice and easy by Daniel Cranton. Charlie, take care of yourself here and don't chill too much. I know that you like enjoyment. And Charlie, so far, the Black Stars have given you guys the reason to enjoy. So be safe out there. That was Daniel Cranton from his base in Providence, Rhode Island, where the Black Stars are based and are preparing for that game in Philly on Saturday at 9 p.m. They will be taking on the might of Croatia. This still is a Road to Glory podcast powered by MultiChoice Ghana, DSTV, aka Canal Plus. We'll take a breather. When we return, we'll extend the conversation of where Daniel Cranton left us about how we approach Croatia.
Obolo, I think my boyfriend is cheating. He tells me he's at work. Other times he there meetings.
I'm not Pompey. This matter you the talkie, the young beatings. My boy, you never taste, so don't you think you are in your feelings?
Beketi, he dey come out, he know they come early. He dey make calls all night, he know they bed early.
That be slow.
Yeah.
My boy never did so.
Obolo, keep an eye on him and I go give you show.
Hey, you sure? Like we show me that?
Like TZs with Ayuyu.
Hey, me, I go catch on for you.
See how last time that you did my top, man. I promise you today, you no go sit up. Bro, today I get match, you be away match. The way I mean now, man, I go spoil it. Sleep can wait. We're going all night till morning.
Okoto, hey, you the cheat on your girl.
I just the vibe with the boys.
All night with the boys.
Obolo cool down. We're there inside the World Cup season.
You the cheat where I catch you, see some funny reason.
The team be expensive. When me too, I won't watch them. So I forgot the boys, them are dead, then enjoy them.
You don't get 58 cities.
Oh, why I don't get 58 cities?
Bro, talk less. You know, so you go full watch all the 104 FIFA World Cup matches live in HD on DSTV for 58 Ghana cedis only.
Charlie, then for put me on.
Of course, players for the most part more experienced.
So who is the lady?
Welcome back, guys. This still is Road to Glory podcast powered by MultiChoice DSTV, aka Canal Plus. My name is Victor Achitama. I'm here with Sydney. Daniel Cranton just joined us for the first leg of the conversation on the Black Stars from Rhode Island, Providence. Now we're going to kick into Saturday. The Black Stars will take on Croatia in Philly.
Yeah,
in Philadelphia for that final group game. As far as the standings are concerned, I think that we've qualified. 4 points is more than enough to secure qualification for you, at least as one of the best third place teams.
Yeah.
So on that account, we will definitely play in the round of 32. But who we play depends or will be determined by where we finish. If we finish in second place, we're going to Canada. We're going to Canada to face, I think, Portugal, the winner of their group. We finish in third place. it's likely to be Colombia that we're facing. The difference between second and third place will also be the difference between whether you're meeting Spain or Argentina, I think, in the round of 16, if you make it that far.
Charlie.
Now we can start thinking along those lines because
Charlie.
we know, say, the round of 32, we'll go some.
Yeah.
Charlie, but this is the first time in 16 years that the Black Stars would have qualified for the round of 32. But then try.
Yeah, we didn't try.
Carlos Queiroz.
He tried.
But Charlie, let's talk about how he gets around that job. And you were talking about finding balance between defense and attack for this game.
Yeah.
If we want to win that game.
So we need to strike a balance, as you have said. Now, my faith in the coach right now is at an all-time high.
Yeah.
He did the job the first game, Panama. I mean, we're not too pleased with the first half performance, but you can see that he wasn't too, if you listen to him after the game, he wasn't too disappointed. So that even leads me to believe that it was probably all part of the plan.
Design.
By design. He wasn't too disappointed. I mean, he was taking it cool and he had some confidence coming into the England game. And what I've also realized from him is it's a squad assembled. It's not just a first team or sometimes you have maybe first 15 players. I checked and he has used 20 players so far.
Wow.
20 players out of the 26 that or whatever that 20 players have been used. So it goes to show you that he has come to the tournament with a plan and strategy for all the games. That's what I believe. Because we saw some names in the first game, didn't see them the second game. So a whole new set of games, but a whole set of players. But some of the crucial areas, you can't really change that. The defensive partnership, you have to maintain that one, the keeper and all that. But he's chopping and changing based on the opponents he's come to face and
the needs of the game.
The needs of the game, exactly. And I won't be too surprised. I think people think coming from such an impressive performance, he might or he should retain the same 11. I'm not of that opinion. I think he himself, he knows what that game needs, and there'll definitely be changes. Primary of them, I think we can leave the three in midfield for now and put an additional body going up the field. That would really help us because although, as I've said, we are as good as qualified, but there's still a difference between second and third, finishing in either of the positions.
When you say, I want you to expand that point you made about putting on an additional body.
Yeah.
Does that mean taking over a midfielder and bringing in, say, a winger or another striker?
Yeah, I think he should take off a midfielder. Looking at now, it's difficult to pick who to even go out because Sibo did an excellent job. Partey has to be inside, and I would go with Partey and Yurinchi. Sibo came in for a set assignment. He did the execution perfectly. So I think for the next game he can go back on the bench and let's put an additional player. I think in the attacking midfield position. We're excited to see if we would see Brandon Thomas Asante in this game. And the England game, he couldn't make it in the game. But I think the Croatia game is a right game to bring him back into the fold. I'm still not sold. Jordan did an excellent job. He did an excellent job yesterday. No doubt about that. But I'm still not sold on Jordan when we are playing a more expansive style of football. Because if you recall, what we spoke about the most about his performance in Panama was the fact that his legs were gone. He wasn't offering much. Exactly. He wasn't offering much running in behind. He wasn't offering much holding up the play. He wasn't offering much even, stretching the defense. And these are key elements of the game that
an attacker has to provide.
You need to provide that. In the game against England, you could see his role was different and he did that perfectly. But it didn't require him to do the things that we would need from a striker when we want to play a more expansive style of football. So, it was right down his alley and he did that perfectly. So the next game, Croatia, I would want to see somebody else coming in for him. Let's see more. I won't be too annoyed to see Prince Edu starting that game because he has shown in his cameos that he has something to offer. Although one would have said he could have done a bit better with some of the chances he got yesterday. It's still a learning curve for the young man. And also where he plays, I believe, in Czech Republic.
Charlie, but that incident he had there, I've been resisting the temptation.
Charlie, the penalty.
That's why I've not mentioned this.
See.
Then rob you.
Seriously, daylight robbery. This one proper kwashe then kwashe we. Because you know go
feel like then catch you for circle with three of the boys corner.
Charlie.
You say, Charlie, Master, you free back.
You know,
see free.
They robbed we at knife point because come on. Then there was not even a mention of it. No, even because sometimes the commentary can deceive you because as observers, as watchers, sometimes we tend to
Follow what the
commentators are saying, and when they don't they can either make a meal out of something that is not an issue, which would now
dismiss it and
unfortunately for us, let's dismiss it totally and my mind didn't even go on it till the replays came. I was like, isn't this?
Immediately it happened. I was
honestly.
Immediately it happened. I knew because the way Ezri Konsa went in 2-footed, very high.
Yeah,
there was no way he was going to land without making contacts on Prince Eduku Abna and clearing the ball.
Yeah.
So he had to go through him.
Yeah.
So I knew in my mind that this is it. I mean, it's a stonewall penalty. Yes, the referee didn't give it.
It's terrible. And in the Panama game, there was also an incident. Jerome Opoku tripped. So this is becoming a pattern. And I think the GFA has to...
I like the fact that the coach spoke about it.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes.
Look, I would want to see a different attitude for the Croatia game. I think there is a chance to finish strongly.
Yeah.
7 points will be the most Ghana have managed in the group stage of any World Cup. Our maiden appearance, we managed 6 points.
Yeah.
Then in 2010, we qualified with 4 points.
Yeah.
Then in 2014, we got 1 point.
Terrible.
Lost to US, lost to Portugal. 2022, we got 3 points. Lost to Portugal, lost to Uruguay.
Yeah.
We have 4 now. We are on the cusp of not only getting close to our best ever tally, because a draw will take us to 5 points, which will be 1 point shy of our best ever performance in the group stage, which was 6 points. So a win takes us to 7 points, which will be the best in this country's history. I think we have to go for it.
We do.
I don't think, however, that to do that, we need to make significant changes to the group. I think that it will be important to attempt to build on this, build cohesiveness by maintaining the starting lineup, at least up until the midfield. Where I may differ has to be in attack because I would not